Alright, time for my round 2 game of GP Worlds. Or no, it's not. It's Rev Worlds. It's not GP. Well, anyways, so I'm playing against Splitmoon, who's on Black Red Ruins, which is the deck that I lost to last GP. Actually, how does the seeding look? Let me double check the seeds right now. Oh wait, never mind. It's double check. I still don't know where to check the seeds, but I'm just going to always ask my opponent because it's easier that way than trying to figure it out on my own. If I am seeded higher, then that's pretty nice. I mean, I'm always like you always go on the play in this format, so it doesn't really matter if I mulligan first or not because I'm not going to choose not to. But so this hand has no 2-drops. Do I want to mulligan for a 2-drop? They're on Black Red Ruins, which means that I do need to worry about early. I need to somewhat worry about early game, but I mean, they're earlier. They have 1-drop, they have 2-drop. Okay, maybe I can't afford to wait until turn 3 to do stuff. But I do have Drift Off, and I have these cards which are good for catching me up. So how much do I want to risk, like not having anything early game? I'm always on play, so turn 1 tap, turn 2 play New Divide. They like drop one of their ruins or something. Do they have main deck discard? They don't, right? I think I can afford to keep this as much as I don't want to. But like it's just extremely good if I make it to the late game, and I think this Drift Off will help me stabilize enough for me to do that. So yeah, play Studio Excelsior tapped and pass the turn. Oh, they're buying me. Okay. Well, they get to know, they get to have free information. Not that would have helped anyways, because I don't think I run 1-drops in my deck. So I would always be playing a tap land if I can. So what am I worried about? I guess they can drop Poisoner on turn 1, Thundercroft Poisoner. Like that's my main worry here, because if they drop Poison turn 1, it's going to be uncontested for 2 turns. But luckily, it seems like they also missed out on an untap land on turn 1, or a 1-drop. So yeah, we're both passing turn 1. Hopefully I draw a 2-drop, or a land. Huh. Okay, so if I don't draw a land next turn, I actually am massacred, which would be very unfortunate for me. If I do draw a land, I get to overthrow minus on their possible 2-drop, which is extremely good for me. So yeah, it's just going, like whether I, what's this guy? A Tyrant Remnant. Did I not? I'm pretty sure I have the new cards, but uh, well, uh, yeah. Please wait while I try to get the new cards. All right, cool. I got the new cards now. So, anyways, I take 3, right? Yeah. So I really need a land next turn. If I don't get a land, I pretty much just lose the game. Cool. I didn't get massacred. So I can actually drift off right now, but I think it's better. Yeah, it's way better to just play Wild Court Seeker and use it to possibly block Tyrant's Remnant. I'm willing to trade Wild Court for Tyrant's Remnant. I mean, it does save me on some life, and my life does matter quite a bit in this matchup. So what do I fetch now? I'll fetch Forest and Plains just so that I can make sure that I have the right colors for Wild Court or for Drift Off later on. If I draw Fury Castellion, then whatever. I'll probably find. Yeah, I'll probably get a chance to get my other colors later on. And I'll play Wild Court Seeker and play the New Divide tapped, right? Is there any point in getting a 3/3 Wild Court Seeker? Like, can they haste out a 3 or 3 toughness guy? Forgotten. Okay, I guess it could be relevant for Forgotten Cultivator because then it would let me trade with Forgotten Cultivator. But if they're going to attack with Forgotten Cultivator, I would actually. Yeah, it makes enough sense that I'm willing to take 2 life just to be able to make that play. I got more Wild Court Seekers coming out later on, so I'll be playing quite a bit of life for all this. Hopefully, the drift off will stabilize me enough that the life I paid earlier doesn't matter too much. And this does ramp me towards Grand Consonance quite quickly, so Grand Consonance probably also stabilizes me. Let's see. If I draw a land next turn, I'll be able to play a kick drift off after a Wild Court Seeker attack, so that'd be pretty nice. Another Tyrant Remnant. Alright, yeah, that happens. I will need to block one of them. And I will be taking 4 from this, which is quite painful. Well, at least I got one of them off the board. Do I fetch now? No point in fetching now. I can always wait. Another new device. Okay, so I do get the... No, I don't get kick drift off. I can just play drift off raw right now without kicking it. Actually, I can Wild Court Seeker into kick drift off or into normal drift off. I think that's probably a good idea. I want to get Tyrant Remnants off the board so that they can't haste me with some random thing. And what else do they have? Are they playing the format? Are they playing the format rune that steals something when it enters? I forgot what it's called. Like treachery something. To treachery. I don't think they are because if they are, then I would know what the card's called by looking at the deck list. Alright, so what do I need? I fetch green, and then I fetch green, fetch red, play a Wild Card Seeker, and then get back a new divide. Play Drift Off with enough mana and then kill that. And then I'm at 7 life, and I don't think they have any hasters that I need to worry too much about. Okay, yeah, I'll go with that play. So yeah, play this untapped. I can also Ulfro. Ulfro doesn't hit anything though, so that's not useful. So Mountain, Wild Court Seeker number 2, get back, new divide, play this. I'm actually down to 5 life now. Right. Yeah, that's actually quite concerning. Well, hopefully they don't have 5 damage burn, because if they do, I just straight up die actually, so yeah. No point in worrying about things that won't matter. But I do need this off the board now. What do they have for burn? They have punish from Nyx, which is a shock, right? Yeah. So, and they also have Fury Call Helion, which does, well, no, they can't cast Fury Call Helion because it costs 5 mana. They have anything else that does burn? I don't think so. I think they're end of turn punish from Nyx, seeing my face. Yeah, seems like it. All right, so Ulfro gains life. Okay, I probably should have played Ulfro instead. No, Ulfro. Well, if they don't kill me this turn, I'm going to play Ulfro and start gaining life because I have to. Otherwise, I die. Field test. What does that do? Discard 2 cards? Is that what they're doing with that? Card and zombie. Okay, so, I think I discard Forgotten Cultivator. Oh, never mind. They meant to draw a card. Okay, I'm fine now then, because next turn I actually Wild Court Seeker. Yeah, I need to Ulfro plus, which means that the black zombie thing is still sticking around for a turn, which I don't appreciate. Oh, another Drift Off. So I can Ulfro Drift Off the zombie. Feels like a bad exchange, but I think it has to be done just so I can preserve life. If I attack with Wild Court Seeker, then I'm dead to possibly Tyrant Remnant. I think it's probably worth it. What's the most damage they can do? They can Tyrant Remnant Imposing Oddity or something. Like, Tyrant Remnant is always 3 damage. I think it's actually safer to not attack, because getting pinged for 1 damage is not the worst thing in the world. So in Ulfro, I have to Ulfro sack a land, which is not great for me. I'll probably just sack a mountain, and then I play normal Drift Off. Yeah, I have to go for this play, just to stay safe. So go to 4, sack this, draw a card, gain 2. Oh, nice, I got my land drop for a turn. That means that next turn I will be able to cast Grand Consonance if any of my guys do anything. So do I Drift Off the zombie? Okay, what's the most damage they can do? They can do something like Fury Call Helion on my face, and then swing with this guy. That's 4 damage in total. So I have to. Actually, this thing's only a 3/3 now. Right now, it dies to Fury Call Helion. This is like a lot of things to worry about right now that I don't really want to worry about. Well, if a Fury Call Helion, then next turn, if they Fury Call Helion, blow up my land, then at least Wild Court Seeker isn't dead, so then next turn I still get to Grand Consonance. I don't like this. I don't like making this play, but I think I have to, just to stay safe. And then, yeah, I hope that they have nothing super threatening. If they don't have anything super threatening this turn, then I do get to Grand Consonance next turn, and that probably wins me the game. I can Ulfro minus on the mountain now, so I don't have to lose life to Ulfro minus in order to ramp with Ulfro. And I don't think they can kill Wild Court plus Ulfro in the same turn. Like, if they do something scary and swing both things at Ulfro, then I guess I could kill Ulfro, but then Wild Court Seeker survives because there's no way I'm blocking. And then Wild Court Seeker swings, gets back mountain, and lets me Grand Consonance. I think either ways it works out, and then I just have to hope to flip something good off Grand Consonance, but since it's Grand Consonance, I probably will flip something good. I think they're probably thinking about Fury Call Helion right now, which is a good position to be in, at least for me, because a single Fury Call Helion doesn't stop me. I guess I can Fury Call blow up Studio Excelsior, and then next turn I Ulfro minus on the mountain, and then I swing with the Wild Court. So then if I want to Grand Constance on the same turn, I have to pay 2 life to do that. And then if Grand Constance whips, then I'm suddenly dead to a lot of stuff. Just have to hope that that doesn't happen. They are going to Fury Call Helion, I think. This definitely represents Fury Call Helion, right? Yeah. Let's see what they blow up. They're going to tunnel it, and they're going to Fury Call Helion face. Alright. That means I still get to have Wild Court Seeker around once I Grand Constance, and just need to hope to Constance into some life gain. Or if I draw land right now, then I don't have to... Yeah, there we go. So I don't even have to Ulfro. Nice. That was the exact top deck I needed. Anyways, I'll get my land play, and then let's see what's on top. Oh, that's one. I only get 3 things. I mean, it's not the worst. I get to drift out to Fairy Calholion, right? It could have been worse. Yeah, definitely could have been worse. So I'm still pretty happy about this outcome. And is that everything I get? Yeah. All right. So drift off gets rid of a creature. Fairy Star Studded goes. Let me see when the tunnel closes. And yeah, so Wild Court Seeker is 4/4 now. And Alfro plus Alfro again just to make sure that I'm safe. Do I need this many planes? I don't think so. I'll just sack a planes and draw a card. Another Alfro. Cool. Do I attack with Wild Court here? What do I get? How do I get punished if I attack? If I attack, then possibly they could have 2 Tyrant Remnants or something like that, and that does kill me. Yeah, I need to worry about double Tyrant Remnants, so I should keep all my guys back for now. I win if the game goes long anyways, so I should be safe. Also, Ulfro is really close to ultimating, and if Ulfro ultimates, then I get back all these guys and then whack them for a bunch. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good position right now. I'm just not going to attack until I can make sure that the coast is clear, which means that I have, means that I find Silversong Ancient so I can gain 7 life, or no, 5 life, so I'm out of range of anything that crazy that they could have. If they have another Fury Calhelion, I'm just dead. I can't block it. Like, if they tunnel another Fury Calhelion, I would need to find another creature so that I can start chumping the Helion in the tunnels. Okay, that's a good sign. It doesn't immediately impact the board, so I don't have to worry about this. And it seems like they get to pick up an Imposing Oddity, which is still pretty scary, I guess. I would like to pick up the Drift Offs eventually, so that I can actually play a Kick Drift Off and get rid of multiple things. Seems like they're just going to play Imposing Oddity, and that thing will be growing, so it will be a threat eventually. Alright, so what do I get? Another Forgotten Cultivator. I can start playing the Forgotten Cultivators now. In fact, I should be playing them now, and I will leave the island untapped in case I draw into Ulfro that I want to play. So I should tap like this? Yeah, sure. Forgotten Cultivator. Let's see what this thing finds me. That's both Silversong Ancients. Well, I'll take Silversong Ancient for next turn, and then that means these guys are still around. If they spell charge them and they have a ruin, then I am in trouble. I need to keep both guys back to block. That's not something I'm thrilled about, but I think I'm fine with that outcome. Then next turn I Ulfro minus again. Next turn I Ulfro minus to, if they don't answer Ulfro, then I get to Ulfro minus. I do want the Ulfro plus here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I can still, if Forgotten Cultivator finds me a land, then can Ulfro plus and still cast Silversong Ancient next turn. Asahai. Well, that's what I want, but I do need a land for Ulfro. I do need a land so I can Ulfro plus and still cast my stuff next turn. And I already have Silversong Ancient lined up, so I don't need Asahai. These guys get milled. Going to Ulfro plus, sack a forest, draw a card, gain life. Ooh, that's my last drift off. And I just have to hope that I don't die next turn. The worst case, I can chump, right? So I don't die, I play Silversong Ancient, gain some life. Or no, I just play Kick Drift Off, get rid of their board. I can Ulfro minus, also probably does something. Yeah, whatever. And I get to Spell Charge on my Forgotten Cultivators next turn too. So unless they have a bunch of removal plus the Ruin that gives their guys haste, I should be safe. Guess they can technically also animate this guy. Undercraft. Okay, that's a good sign because that's not anything that's super threatening right now. They not spell charge any of their ruins right now? Are they just out of gas? If they are out of gas, then yeah, okay, they get to spell charge. Yeah, they do get to spell charge this turn, so Dar said it's pumping. Actually, do I just want to get rid? No, I don't want Imposing to die because I don't want the other Imposing to get a bunch of counters. So they get to swing with Forgotten Cultivator, I guess. Actually, Ulfro can blow up their Undercraft Poisoners, right? And they get to grab some more stuff. Yeah, if they're attacking here, I'm just going to do this. And I get to Ulfro ult, which is not something I would have expected myself to be able to do in this deck. Just Ulfro ult now, right? And so that blows up their entire board. Also whacks them in the face for a bunch. Then I drift off, kill both their Imposing Oddities, and that probably wins me the game. Alright, yeah, sure, let's Ulfro minus first, or Ulfro ult. All these guys are going to be tapped. Okay, well, yeah, I'm just going to kill all their guys, plus whack their face for a bunch. Let me actually sort my land a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, well, I think my opponent counted for me, so I'm pretty happy that they did that because I didn't want to do the counting. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. And he kicked Ripped off just to get rid of both their imposing oddities. I am actually going to get pretty close to milling myself. Well, I'm going to mill myself by 6 after attacking with the Forgotten Cultivators. Actually, maybe I should have played out one untapped thing. Nah, this is fine. The Forgotten Cultivators are going to find me a land, and that's going to let me cast Asahai, hopefully. And yeah, they're just going to concede. I don't have to think through the remaining part of the game. Alright, so that was a really good game 1. I got exactly what I needed. The post-board club promos come in. Outside, Ulfro's not that great, I don't think, because I can't kill their guys that animate during their turn. What else do I want to not have? I usually cut running and Forgotten Cultivator because they're the worst card in the deck. I want Brazes, right? Just to kill their things at instant speed. And then, what do I take out? Ulfro was pretty good that game, but that was kind of an anomaly, sort of. I take out Wild Court. No, I don't want to bring out any more ramp than I need to. I mean, Ulfro's kind of bad. Ulfro's good into if they play Undercraft Poisoner, and that's the only time it's good. And maybe I board out an Ulfro. No, it's cutting down on my ramp, which I don't want to do. They get to bring in some discard post board, I guess. Maybe I want to diversify my threat pool a bit. Regal Helion's great because it blows up their creatures. I don't want to cut down on my ramp. Not really, but at the same time, like, do I trim one more Forgotten Cultivator? Maybe I do because it's a bit slow into the matchup. Sure, I'll go with that logic. And this has 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop. Yeah, keep this. So the curve probably looks like Magdanilla Bay, Excelsior. No, I mean I start with Excelsior and then Mountain starts at it, and then New Divide, Fetch Force, Wild Court Seeker. And that gets me all my colors that I need. Right. Magdanilla Bay gets me double white eventually for drift offs. They also need to kill Start Suited, I think. I don't think they have an easy way to kill Start Suited. Unless they want to... Oh, they have the shock, but then they don't get to curve out if they do that. Another Fury Call. Alright, this hand will be extremely good if Wild Court Seeker manages to do its thing. And not as great if it doesn't, but at least I still have my colors, so I'm not color screwed. Are they going to play Keeper Up to Scale? Okay, so that completely stops Star Studded from doing stuff. In fact, well, if they attack, then Star Studded gets to connect, right? Actually, do I braze that? If I play Star Studded and they have removal, I get to remove Star Studded, connect with this guy, and then next turn I have to Wild Court, and then do stuff with that. I'm sure Helion blows up the Keeper, but do I really want to give them treasures? I think I'm safe enough with the Wild Court Seeker plan that I'm willing to spend turn 2 doing nothing. I mean, if they don't have removal, they swing with this, I swing with that. Yeah, it doesn't let me ramp into anything faster than usual if a Star Set manages to connect, so I will just hold up the Braze. And the good news about playing against their deck is that they have to do everything post-combat or pre-combat, because if they want to spell charge the runes, they have to play it pre-combat in order to actually do this, for them to be creatures during combat. And if they have the discard spell, they can't completely stop me, right? They're just, okay, cool, they have nothing. And I do have the Forest, but I have to New Divide for Forest because I need to cast Wild Court Seeker on curve, which is slightly disappointing, but that's fine too. Like, okay, so Wild Court Seeker, are they going to Brave Hate me right now? Because that's something they can do, right? And I do play this untapped because I want to avoid getting killed by the shock. And I think it's worth playing life to avoid getting killed by the shock. They're going to sack the food. And okay, yeah, that makes sense. If they play the hasty guy, I will... Actually, no, I think I can afford to take a hit because Fear God Helion just kills it later, after that. Or I can keep around Fear God Helion to blow up the Lavatorn fields. I mean, that's also pretty good. Use Wild Court to kill their guy, untap, play Fear God Helion, blow up the Lavatorn fields, and then the turn afterwards, play another Fear God Helion. I mean, that probably wins the game. I don't need to ramp that. Oh, do they know I have Fear God Helion? If they do, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Nope, they named the wrong card. Cool. No point in fetching now. Contested Passage. Nice. That means I lose less life for fetching. Although the timing doesn't work out super well, but what can you do about that? Okay, so if I fetch correctly, I will be able to not have to, or I will be able to play Magdalena Bay tapped in order to play out Fury Helion. Actually, do I? Yeah, sure. I'll grab the planes now. Let's see if they have removal for this thing. You know what? Maybe, yeah, sure. Let's preserve life. Like, I do care a bit, at least a tiny bit, about my life total. And yep, so Fury Helion blows up Lavatorn fields. Now, do I want to tunnel this guy? And now I don't want to tunnel in this matchup because if I tunnel and then they start tunneling their guys, then no, they can't tunnel the runes because they don't enter as creatures. Okay, cool. I just won. Yeah, that was some really nice games for me. I got my deck managed to curve out exactly how it was designed to, and managed to blow up other things. But that's 2 wins so far in the REV World Championships. That looks pretty good for me. Yeah, see you next round, I guess.